She's already won $100,000 in the last 2 years here at Coogee. She knows how to win. This is where the race is developing, though, and Bait Up now has some real work to do.
Well, there's two red-hot swimmers. Oh, Bait Up has just made a meal of that short up there. A little bit of sand across. Now, what she's going to have to do is stick next to Emma Wynn and try and beat her on the run up the beach. She's a tough competitor on the run up the beach. It's the only thing that's going to save Hayley Bait Up here, because Alicia Marriott in front here in the red Cozzy is the fastest swimmer. And behind her, with not much in it, is Emma Wynn. The two girls from the same club, City of Perth. Gemma Newbigin will just have to try something, and Hayley Bait Up is going to have to sit on the feet and try and save herself and get a wave or out sprint them at the end. That's the only thing to save Hayley Bait Up now.
Well, at the moment, she's in real trouble. Now, the winner of race 1, Marriott, she's on the cut as well. So a worried look now in the eye of Hayley Bait Up as Emma Wynn, who's just finished a HSC, concentrates now on perhaps a big crack at the money. Let's take a look. Well, that's the lead. Now, Bait Up is in real trouble. She'll try and stick on the feet and try and outrun these competitors. They won't catch the two leaders. Cameron and Munro are safe. But Marriott, Newbigin and Wynn, they're fighting Marriott for that top 3 spot. And I would suggest, Jimmy, that, well,
you'd love to see a run up the beach.
Well, it's going to be a run up the beach between these competitors. Who wants it more? Who wants a crack at the 50K more? Let's have a look at this transition. Have a look at Bait Up. This sapped a lot of energy. She had a bad transition onto the board. She was unlucky.
Well, I didn't think it helped the handler grabbing hold of the front strut there and pulling her off.
Well, she had another saltwater milkshake then, Hayley Bait Up. It didn't help her cause, and now she has to try and dig deep and try and find a way past these young guns. Back to our leaders, though, and have a look at that. That's Cameron. And Cameron now just making a way, still on an outward journey, making a way to the swim cans.
Well, we say it time and time again, but look at the feet of Christy Cameron. She's kicking 6-beat kick. She's fresh. She's looking strong. Cameron's the same. Christy Cameron, sorry, and then Christy Munro will come around with the 6-beat kick as well.
Well, it's a handy lead, isn't it? Cameron already around the cans. Munro just trying to hang on to her wake, throwing off her feet.
Nah, she'll save herself now. She'll just have to rest. You can't afford in a swim leg like this to try and catch Christy Cameron now. It's about 30-metre gap here. She'll just have to let it go. But I want to see this race unfold. Marriott, Wynn, Bait Up, Newbigin.
Well, she's caught. Oh, she's not having a good day, is she, Bait Up? She's had a couple of rough transitions in and out of her craft legs, getting her feet tangled there on the rope off the can. So at the moment, not her day, the Coolangatta Gold winner, Hayley Bait Up. But certainly no doubt about Cameron. As Jimmy suggests, she can now just perhaps start to cruise a little and concentrate on the big final race coming up.
Well, that's a handy lead. That's a handy second spot to be in. You get a little bit of rest. But here's where it is. Emma Wynn and Alicia Marriott, the two best friends, are going to run up the beach to be in the top 3 of the Nutrigrain Ironman final. I mean, not a bad little scenario to be in.
Well, it's great. I mean, as we said, Alicia Marriott representing Western Australia here. She was in the Interstate Championships earlier on the week, did exceptionally well. And Emma Wynn, one of the youngest in the field, 18 years of age, just finishing school and trying to make her mark in Ironwoman racing. First of all, she has to get past the likes of this woman.
And she will be loving the back of the field working so hard. It will suit her down to the ground, Christy Cameron. You know why? Swims first in the next race. And she will love the fact that one of the girls will be working as hard as they can now and using up so much energy.
We can see there's Cameron. Now, she's part of the Northcliffe crew. Now, a lot of Northcliffe competitors, both in the men's and women's. They get to the pool early. She would have already swum about 2.5K today. There's Pat O'Keefe that looks after all the Northcliffe charges. He would have had them in the pool early today, warming them up. She would have done a couple of K, getting to Coogee Beach nice and early, would have had a look at the conditions, and they're so well trained and so well primed.
Oh, you got to love that. Just stands around, takes in a few breaths, cruises in, goggles up, doesn't have to do much up the sand. Now, it might look like now she's just cruising, but she needs to. She needs to get the heart rate down. She needs to be rested, because the next race is the money race. Swim first. And so she's just looking so comfortable.
There she is, Cameron, Beyonce, Simon Harris. They're organising their wedding. in a couple of months' time and put in $10,000. Make a magnificent celebration. Munro's coming up the beach.
And then it'll be on. Oh, Emma Wynn has swum the house down.
She has. A magnificent effort from Wynn.
Well, she'll be a split watermelon, Peter. Have a look at this. No, she's hurting. See, that is what has played into Christy Cameron's hands there. The fastest swimmer in the field is exhausted. Now, Christy Cameron will be ecstatic about that result.
Well, she can afford to relax. Now, Dean, did she switch off? How much has she got left?
Congratulations, Christy. You look to be doing it pretty easy in that swim league.
Oh, you can't go too easy in the swim league because you haven't got the commentary to hear in the background where everyone else is, so you really have to go hard all the way, but I'm glad it looked easy.
Nice for the confidence to have a win going into the final. How do you see the final going?
Oh, it's just going to be hard. Just got to go flat out from the start. I'm just absolutely wrapped to get the top three, and Emma's probably really stoked that she's got through, and Christy's going to be really hard to beat, I think.
Good luck for the final. Let's hope you can make it 3 in a row.
Yeah, thank you.
Only the tough survive in the Kellogg's Nutri-Grain Ironman series. We're down to the final 3 with lactic acid burning away at their muscles. Curving at girls on the beach may be a great Australian pastime, but don't stand between these girls and $50,000. We've got a fight on our hands after this.
Well, she's been a queen of Coogee for the past 2 years, taking out race 2. Can Christy Cameron do it again? We're about to find out. Let's go who her challenges are going to be. Christy Munro, well, she's shown some good form in the early 2 races, and Emma Wynn. Is today the day the youngsters stand high? Marriott, Newbiggin and Bader, a surprise shock, missing out on the final.